Steady cam makes it look blurry. But look in here. That's not kind of blurry. Yeah, whatever. I guess it's better to have it on. Do you think we're the only people in Waikiki that leave their front door open? And I don't mean like unlocked. We leave the fucking door open, don't we? No one knows where we live. It's okay.
Yes.
Say hi, Nia.
They might know after. They're showing where you start the day and stuff.
Well, good luck if they want to figure out how to get into the building, figure out what floor we're on, and what apartment it is. There's 0 valuables there.
That's not true.
Well, I mean, there are if you know how to sell them or where to fence them. But we don't have like cash or like a lot of electronic goods or anything like that.
For yourself.
Well, I mean, why are you trying to get people to come and rob us? I'm trying to deter them, and we do have money, but you don't know where it is. It's like, well, they'll find it. That's what robbers do. Just telling me I got to talk to my dad tomorrow, and I always kind of freak out when I have to talk to someone from back home, or like my dad, or because it's like they're in another world, you know, and it's like there's 7 feet of like glass between you and them. It's like that aquarium glass they used to keep the whales in. Excuse me, just light a cigarette. That's what I feel like. Like we don't, you know, it's hard to hide your power level, like as far as knowledge and stuff. Last time I talked to him, I told you, Nia, I just kind of did like a routine, you know, and I kept going and just talking because I didn't want to get into anything. I don't know. I was completely like I didn't know what to do. It's hard, you know, because my dad wants to talk about normal things, and it's hard. It's just hard. I think I made that fucking point. But yeah, I got to call him tomorrow. He's 80 tomorrow. 80 years old. What is all that? Look at that. What are those stars in there on the ground?
What's for the big one?
The stickers?
Oh, I didn't see the stickers.
Yeah, they're like look like Waka Pain type stickers over there on the sidewalk. It looks like they were put there. Huh. Kind of a weird place to put. Yeah, I've seen that baby thing has been there for a couple days. Yeah, it's like people don't. I guess it's not on anyone's list of things to clean up. We have those cleanup guys around here, but
they only come pick up what you order.
No, I mean the guys that walk around with the things around here, and they change it. But I don't think they go up there.
I don't think. Maybe that's too big for their.
Yeah, I mean they can't put it in the cart, obviously. ABC's still closed right now. Huh? Which way are we going? Are we gonna go now? Okay. We've already begun. We've already begun to go. We have to continue. What do you think? How's today looking for you?
Busy.
Busy? Yeah, it's Saturday, right? So you must get like an early morning kind of rush type deal, right?
Yes.
People looking for coffee.
Yes.
That people looking for coffee in international marketplace. It's like the bread line in 1980s Russia. It's just like they go almost to the whole mall for fucking coffee.
Yeah.
It's crazy. If you ever want to make, well, what about Starbucks? They're up the street, aren't they open?
They're open too. They're open earlier than.
Then why the fuck are those people standing in the mall all morning?
That one is known to be good, but it's very expensive. Oh, they're known to have good pastries, like really tasty pastries.
The weird thing is,
bite.
you know, and Ania said this to me before, if people see a long line, they're more likely to get in that line.
That energy attracts energy.
That's the opposite of the way I think, though. I see a long line. Shit, I see anybody there. I'm going to keep rolling, go to the next one. But for the most part, I think people, when they see other people, they'll stand in line. So people see that giant, just like the noodle place across the street.
They purposely don't take them in.
Yeah, they have it set up so that the line looks longer than it needs to be, the way they have them staggered, to create advertisement for the place.
To make them attract more people.
But that's the psychology of it is so alien to me. Like people see a long line, they're like, oh, we gotta stand in that long line because that must be good.
You might be walking, and if there's a store with a lot of people in it, you're curious. You're like, oh, what is it? Oh my God, am I gonna miss out on this sale?
Yeah, it's fear of missing out, right?
Yes.
I don't have that fear. I have fear of having to interact with anybody. That's my fear.
But most people are not like this. So.
Yeah, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, definitely.
They attract energy. Yeah, energy attracts energy.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same thing as when you park in a parking lot. There's no cars in it.
But they'll come right next to you and park next to you.
Come right next to you and park right next to you.
Or movie theater. Or...
Right. Yeah, you go to the movie theater. It's half empty, and find a seat all alone, or some seats all alone, and people will come in and fill up behind you because it's the same thing. It's like they must have something good going over there. I run into the same problem in stores, just like shopping too. Like if I go into an area to look for something and I look kind of determined, they all come because they're like, what is he looking at?
Yes.
You know?
Something good that I'm going to miss out.
And the weird thing is usually I'm running these places, I'm looking at toys, you know, because I'm one of those weird adult collector people, but I'll be in there and then all these other adults will come around. It's like, you guys don't want this shit. You're just over here because I'm over here.
Yeah. Energy attracts energy.
Yeah. Does. But I told you how I try to outsmart people, right? Like if I'm going to get peanut butter somewhere, I'll think of anything but peanut butter, and I'll concentrate on like the
yes, magazine.
Yeah, on the magazine aisle, and I'll just think about that rack and think about that rack, hopefully trying to mind control them to go over there. I don't know if that works, but it's a worthwhile pursuit. I bet with some practice I'd get some results. That's usually how things go. What does kawaii mean, hon? I see that.
Kawaii means cute in Japanese.
Okay, I've seen that cute. So many times. It means
and
cute.
There's Kawaii Island.
The word kawaii though means cute, huh?
Caitlin came back.
Oh, how's she doing?
Good. She said she saw like Kim Kardashian and celebrity because she was at a resort.
Oh yeah, she was working for rich people.
The cheapest night at that resort is $1,600.
$1,600 a night?
It's the cheapest.
Eesh.
Yeah.
Well, she must have got good. Well, actually, celebrities, I guess, aren't good tippers
No,
usually.
They didn't tip.
They didn't tip, huh?
No.
Well, because they don't handle money. They don't understand the value of money because they don't deal with it.
And they had like 20 kids. Oh, and she's pregnant.
Kim Kardashian is?
Yeah, or something. Is it Kim or Courtney? I forgot. One of them is pregnant.
Yeah, I only know the names from other people talking about them. I don't even know what show they were on or what they were famous for in the first place.
That's a good thing. That shouldn't be people's idol anymore.
I'm sure they're those like 360 kind of people that have like a TV show and they have an album and they have a Broadway play. It's like a 360 deal type person. Are they Disney people? That's Disney?
I don't
They
know.
probably. That's like a factory for fucked up people.
Oh, yeah. No, she was never Disney, but...
Her dad was the famous,
O.J. Simpson,
yeah,
And her
Kardashian.
stepdad turned into a woman.
Right. You know what? Years later, I don't think that fucking guy did it. I think he got railroaded into that. I think his son did it.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to get in that conversation
Right,
now, but
okay.
he didn't do it. I kind of knew at the time, though. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
With all the speculation, well, not fun, but it was like interesting to watch. But
I talk about him. People don't even know that case. For such a young generation, they're like, huh?
You ever watch those Zoomers on the streets when they ask them questions about stuff? They don't even know where they live. There are these guys that YouTube has a couple, Instagram has them too. But they go around, they go to a campus and they ask kids like really basic questions. Like they ask. On the eastern side of the country, what is the ocean? On the eastern side of the country, no one could get it right. They all said, I don't know, I'm not good with oceans, and they all said Pacific.
Geographic.
They all said Pacific. I think what it is, they don't know what east is. You know, when he was saying the eastern side of the country, I think they couldn't picture it in their head. Right. Like, what? They're really not teaching these kids anything.
No, I remember one of them said something about something about America, and they said something like Japan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Ignorance.
One of my sisters is a teacher. She used to tell me about some of the crazy shit.
All your sisters teachers.
Yeah, she's talking about she's trying to tell them about climate change because they, in school they push that nonsense, and all the kids are like, well, I don't care if the world gets destroyed, I'll just move back to Puerto Rico.
Oh my God.
And she's like, no, you can't. Puerto Rico's part of the world. When someone can speak and they're that far gone, it's not even worth it. Compare them to the kindergartners we saw in North Korea.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's the other crazy end of the spectrum. But those kids were awesome. They had an army of guitar playing kids.
Yeah.
I'll put a link to this thing. You gotta watch it. They went to a kindergarten, and now all this is set up. Yeah, they are. All this stuff for people visiting North Korea is set up to make the country look good. But they stop up at this kindergarten, and these kids put on this performance. Unbelievable. You could tell that they were studying videos and films of the way they moved, and they were 5.
And they're better than most adults.
Better than most adults. But they had a really empty look in their eyes too.
Like a robot.
Like a robot. They looked like little animatronic Disney people from Disney World.
That's almost scary. It's too much makeup.
And as the show went on, every new scene, I was like, no way. When they got to the guitar army of little kids all dressed the same, all the guys, same haircuts, and they're soloing on guitars, I'm just like, what the? How do you get someone to do that?
And guitar's bigger than them.
Yeah. And it can't be a case of they just all have a natural affinity for music. You're not really born that way. They worked those kids. They're saying that.
Be perfect, yeah.
In the documentary, this is probably hundreds of hours of preparation. Hundreds? Hundreds?
Since they were born.
Yeah. Well, because when you're born in a place like that, it's predetermined what you're going to do.
Yes.
You're going to be this, you're going to be that. These kids were chosen to be ambassadors in a way for when traveling foreigners came over.
They do well. They get extra bag of rice. It's like a family pride.
Yeah, but what you get for doing well is not in any way equal to what you get for not doing well.
Yeah, and then death.
Yeah. Not only that, if you fuck up, they get your whole family, their extended family.
Cousins.
Right. Their extended family. And they go work in camps and shit. They were visiting this other place, and it was this old woman dressed in rags, kind of picking up trash. And one of the handlers ran over and scurried her away. Because they didn't want them to see that there was poverty in the country. All the right, the hotel was empty, the restaurants were empty.
They're all empty. They just looks like they're
right. They took them to these villages, but all the villages were empty too. Because everything's set up for the tourists to see the country the way they want to show it up, the way they want to, they want to have control over it.
Grocery stores.
Yes, it was really bizarre. It was showing this woman directing traffic. She's standing on an island. Now there's no traffic, but she's going through these moves, these traffic moves with the hands, spinning around in circles, and there's not a car on the road. It's crazy. That's an interesting place. It's a beautiful country though, when you see the mountains and all the countryside.
Oh, yeah,
it's really beautiful. Yeah, I can imagine.
It's still not. They don't have much stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of poverty, a lot of hunger.
A lot of poverty.
Some nice positive ideas to start your morning off with here.
And be thankful for what you have.
Yeah, thank God every day for what you have. We do.
Yeah.
All right, Mom, see you later. I love you. I'm gonna head out now. I'll catch you guys later.
Okay.
I'll come up. Not you, them.
Oh, okay. Love you.
I love you guys. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.